Bonjour. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? How your mama doing? Bone fat or whatever. I'm sorry. I was supposed to make sure that was off. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? If you are here, go ahead and say hello. We're gonna get this thing started promptly at 8:05. Whoever's not here just ain't gonna be here. They're gonna have to catch that replay. If they missed the general reading, they're gonna have to just catch that replay. If you are here, say hello. If you are here, drop a like. Put some respect on my Al Gore's rhythm. Appreciate ya. I don't want to be out here all ashy, showing y'all my hands all ashy as I show y'all the cards. So it looks like there's just a slight delay, less than a minute, just a few seconds. So that's not terrible. I'm gonna see what I could do about that moving forward. Thank you all for the likes. Hey Kiana, how are you? Welcome. Happy Saturday night. Welcome. We're getting started promptly at 8:05 with the general collective reading. If you all are wanting personal readings, if you want me to pull cards for you at any point in this chat, you can go ahead and drop a super chat. For anyone who is new, I will explain how super chats work momentarily. If you are here, please share the live with someone who can benefit from it. If you know anyone who has suffered any type of narcissistic abuse, or maybe even in a current narcissistic situation, share this live with them. What y'all got going on today, tonight? Are y'all ready? If you all have any experiences with narcissism that you all would like to share as the live progresses, feel free to add, your stories. I'm gonna actually ask you all for those a little later. This is a safe space. All right. If there are any narcissists who creep up in this chat, sometimes they tend to do that when these type of discussions are taking place. If there's anyone who comes into this chat and are problematic, y'all already know, y'all can kick them right on out. Kick them right on out. Okay? So we got about 1.5 minutes before we go ahead and get started. Share the live, share the live. Hell, share the playback. If you know somebody who can't make it right now, they can catch that playback. Period. All right, we got 1 more minute, and then we're going to go ahead and get into it, y'all, with the collective reading. You need to make it go away. All right, we got 30 seconds. If you are here, please like the video. Please share the live with someone who it can benefit, someone who is currently or even recently departed from a narcissistic situation. If you are here, say hello. Let me know that you're in this thing. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Welcome. So happy to see y'all. All right, let's get started. So y'all, welcome to Savvy Saturday. Today's topic of discussion is narcissism in the spiritual community. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing started with a general reading for the collective. If at any point in this video, in this reading, in this live, you would like a personal reading, you can send a super chat. Super chats are located at the bottom of the live chat. There's a rectangle with a $sign. You can choose a donation amount and you can ask your question. Type your question in before you send. It'll be right underneath the donation amount. That way I'll be able to see the question along with the super chat, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, we're starting with a collective reading. So I'm going to ask for spirit. Please send me the messages for this collective for the highest good. All right. Send me the messages that they need to hear. Send me the messages that will benefit them the most at this time. Spirit, what's the overall energy of this reading for the collective? Love it. Y'all, what we talking about today? Narcissism? Look what the overall energy is. Walking away. 8 of Cups energy. Walking away from situations that do not serve you, especially, especially emotionally, okay? Situations that are not emotionally beneficial for you, okay? So we're going to go ahead. Queso's really wilding. What are 9 cards, Spirit? Give me 9 cards about this energy of walking away. We have the 8 of Wands. 8 may be significant to you. Let's see if any more 8s come out. But the 8 of Wands is about rapid travel. It is about rapid progress. It is quick communication. So this can indicate communication through the internet, through text messages, DMs, things like that. Quick communication. Also can represent travel, especially by air. We have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands energy is a card of choices, okay? Needing to make choices. The next card we have coming out is the 8 of Pentacles. So 888. Angel number 888 has presented itself here in this reading. If that is significant to you, if this is a number that you've been seeing recently, it does represent cycles and abundance. I do strongly urge you to look deeper into this angel number. Along with the Temperance card, this is about alchemy. This is about balance and healing. Okay? If you are here, please like the video. Please share the live. It helps the algorithm. It's free, and I appreciate you. All right, the next one we have is the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, in the upright, this is representing holding on to things, being miserly, hoarding energy. In the reverse, you are letting go. You are releasing things. Pentacles energy can represent like your health and your stability, your foundations. You are releasing things like that that may affect your health or your stability. Tower in the reverse. Tower can represent your ego, needing to deconstruct certain ways that you think. This is also an energy of rapid change, unexpected upheaval. All right. In the reverse, this is either resisting it. Hey, mother-in-law. This is either resisting it or preventing it even, okay? Preventing some type of upheaval. Wow, I didn't even see that was there. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords coming out in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords in the reverse can be kind of a bitch. Yeah. She's mean. She's very mean. But also, she's still that divorced queen. She's still someone who has learned from her experiences. However, she may be embodying like negative energy towards those experiences, right? So then we also have the Seven of Pentacles energy. This is about reward, investment. It feels like you realize that something was not worth the investment with this card showing up. And what is the last card? Empress. Period. Empress energy. This is beauty, love, and abundance, especially self-love and love for your family. All right. This is about growth and fertility as well. So, the Eight of Wands with the Two of Wands. There is a quick need to make this decision about walking away from something that's not serving you emotionally. Okay. It feels like there's an urgency behind this. With the Eight of Pentacles here as well, there may be, like, this is asking you, are you going to invest, or is this something you should invest in? Or is this something that you should quickly move away from? The Temperance card is a card of healing and balance. Also a card of alchemy. So there's a need for you to, I feel like some of you all might try to heal a situation instead of walking away from it. Tell me more about this Two of Wands. Two of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so 22 may be significant to someone as an angel number. Two of Wands. This is a situation that's not going to bear any fruit. With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, this is not a fertile situation, and this is why you're being asked to make a choice. Hi, how are you? Welcome. So this is why you're being asked to make a choice. Either stay in a situation that bears no fruit, that doesn't give any prosperity or any prospect of growth, or release it. The energy here at the center of the reading is the Four of Pentacles energy in the reverse. So no longer holding on to this situation. It feels more like choosing to let go of this situation is what prevents this tower from falling. If you were to hold on to this situation, it will literally destroy you. It will literally corrupt you. It would literally be a negative situation for you. Clarify the Four of Pentacles with the Tower here. Nine of Cups. Do you want peace? Releasing this is what's bringing you peace. Releasing this is what's going to bring you some type of wish fulfillment. This is why it is so necessary to prevent this thing from destroying you, to just go ahead and release it. Why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse here? Why is she in a pissy mood? I feel like this is disappointment and anger, but let's clarify it. High Priestess. Because intuitively, you know that this is not going to bring anything positive into your life. But also, it may be that you're upset because some certain secrets were revealed, and that's why you're feeling like you need to walk away. Because if you stay in a situation, it's only going to like grow. I just saw like mold, but the mold was expanding, like it was rapidly growing. So if you stay in the situation, like you're gonna mold, something to that effect. It's just not gonna be a great outcome. And then finishing off the spread, we do have the Empress here. The Empress is about growth and fertility. The Empress energy is about loving yourself. Okay, so it feels very much like this situation is telling you that there is someone that needs to be let go of, because they are literally obstructing your progress. They are obstructing your growth, and continuing to stay in this situation is going to tear you down, break you down, and not feed anything positive into your life. Okay, so let's clarify the Empress. The bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. It's going to bring lack and loss into your life. But if you choose this Empress energy, you will have a reason to celebrate with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is also about homecoming. For some of you, I feel like this is not necessary. Look, bottom of the deck is the Emperor energy, walking away from something. Wow. So Empress energy with the Emperor, that's a divine partnership. That is your divine counterpart. And the Four of Wands energy also represents twin flame energy. For some of you all, what this spread is saying is that if you're holding on to a situation romantically that is not serving you, continuing to stay in that situation is literally preventing you from connecting with your divine counterpart. Okay, you are obstructing the love that you want to have for the love that you currently have. And I use the word love loosely in the currently situation because is it love if it's this destructive and disgusting? And am I going to give up Hazel for adoption if she continues to bark through this live? Possibly. We don't know. But yeah, needing to let go of situations before they destroy you because you're preventing the good shit from coming in. It's the long and short. All right, so let's go ahead and get some advice. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, which is a level up energy. It is also an energy of marriage as well. Let's get some advice. Advice for the collective. Father of Wands in reverse. Father of Wands is a manifester. But in the reverse, I feel like this is telling you, do not try to manifest anything in this situation any further. Hazel! Any further. Because you're needing to focus on situations that are going to be reciprocal, that are going to pour into you like you pour into them. And you want to focus on situations that are going to bring you happiness and give you reasons to celebrate, not situations that are literally destroying you. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into the conversation. The reason why we're here today to discuss narcissism in the spiritual community. Y'all give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go choke it off. Okay, my bad, y'all. She's here in her cage because she is being disruptive. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the conversation. If you are here, Tampui, leave a like, share the live. Leave a like and share the live. And at any point during this reading, during this live, if you all would like a personal reading, go ahead and send a super chat. Super chats are located at the bottom of your chat screen. They're the rectangle with the $sign in the middle. You're going to put in your question, choose your donation amount, and send it all together. Okay? Mama wants you to hush. All right. So if you are here, please like the video. Please share the live. But let's get into the conversation. Okay. So what is narcissism? Prior to recently, a lot of us probably thought that narcissism was just really something a little bit lighter than what it is. And not as deep as it actually is. So according to the Mayo Clinic, identifies it as personality qualities that include thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing that others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others. Okay? So there are several ways in which we experience narcissists. The definition that the Mayo Clinic gives is very light and sweet and doesn't really encapsulate the depth of narcissism, the spectrum of narcissism. There's really, no way in such a short definition that they could do all of that. But there really is levels to this shit. There really is. And a lot of us engage with narcissists on a day-to-day basis. A lot of us get into relationships with narcissists unbeknownst to us. And this all just comes from a lack of knowledge and a lack of understanding of what narcissism truly is and what all it entails, right? So this is why we're doing this live today, just to bring clarity and understanding about what narcissism is, how we engage with them, and how they may be negatively impacting our lives and our relationships on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so how do we experience narcissism? Narcissists can be our friends, they can be our lovers, they can be our bosses and our parents. Okay, narcissism comes in all forms and it's not always romantic. All right, what attracts them to us here in the spiritual community, especially, but what attracts narcissists to us is empathy. They're attracted to the one thing that they lack, which is empathy. So, if you've ever heard the term energy vampire, this is exactly what narcissists are. These people thrive on attention, okay? They need your energy, they need your affection, and they need even your anger. They want emotional responses from you, okay? So the way that we attract them is by showing that we are people who care, that we are people who have hearts, by showing some type of sympathy for them when they give us sob stories. Now, this is a natural response to a sob story, or, to someone going through a tough time. The issue is that narcissists will lie about even going through a hard time. They will do whatever it takes. They will say whatever it takes. They will amplify a bad situation and make it seem like more than what it actually is, just to get some type of emotional response from you. And this is called supply. When we engage with narcissists, we are their supply. When they're feeling as though we're not giving enough supply to them, what they do is find more supply. So this is why some of us end up in relationships where we're continually getting cheated on by these narcissists, even if we don't realize that they are narcissists, because they always need more supply. This is how we end up in friendships where it seems like that one friend is always the center of a lot of drama, because if you're not giving them the attention they need based on the drama that they provide, then they're going to find another friend to stir up some drama about. And there can definitely be a situation where you are the center of the drama, even if you're not, even if nothing has happened, but they will even make you the center of the drama just to create more drama. Okay, so in the spiritual community, what attracts them to us is one of two things: either the empathy, being an empath, especially if you are a spiritual empath, they seem to gravitate to empaths, but also having spiritual gifts yourself. So in the spiritual community, if you have known spiritual gifts, it's like a bonus. Like, not only do I get someone who is empathic or empathetic, I also get someone who has a gift that I can use. And because you are a light worker, because you have a gift that is meant to serve the collective, they will literally try to manipulate you into using your gift for them as much as possible. It's really gross. It's really very gross. All right. So how do we protect ourselves then? How do we protect ourselves against literally a predator? Because that's what we're dealing with here. Someone who wants to suck us dry. How do we protect ourselves? Well, there are several ways, but specifically, I want to focus on red flags. So there are a lot of red flags that we are aware of in retrospect. A lot of times we're aware of, like, damn, I should have known. so-and-so did that thing and I should have known at that point. But then there are other red flags that maybe we don't even know are red flags. Okay, so that's what I want to touch on today. If any of these red flags resonate for y'all, please let me know in the comments. Please say something in the comments that you have experienced this or anything like that. Again, if you all are wanting readings, just send a super chat at any point and I will pull some cards for you. Just make sure that you have your question in the super chat. So yeah, let's talk about the red flags of narcissism. And these red flags can apply even if you are not in a romantic situation with them, okay? I've experienced them both romantically and on a friendship level. So the first red flag is love bombing. And I attach future faking along with this because it seems as though they work pretty much hand in hand. If you all are here and you haven't liked the video yet, please do that. I appreciate you. It helps the channel. It helps the algorithm pick up this type of content to let other people know that it's here and that they may be interested as well. Okay, so thank you for that. Love bombing and future faking. So love bombing is in the beginning of a relationship or even a friendship, a narcissist will essentially shower you with affection, with gifts, with compliments, with things that make you feel good. This is the love bombing phase. So when we encounter this kind of energy, our natural response for most of us would be like flattery, like, oh wow, this person really likes me. Oh wow, we really vibing or whatever. Really enjoying that type of energy, right? And then along with that, they may future fake. So future faking is when, and this is, I've seen this happen in both friendships and romantic relationships, okay? So future faking is when they make promises to you or they sell you a dream, they sell you a story, okay? Hey, so-and-so, yo, I could really see myself with you. I could really see a future with you. I could see us having kids together, having a nice little house, and maybe making our own business together, XYZ, like really selling this dream to you. But with narcissists, they literally have no intention of doing none of the things. Okay, they have no intention of fulfilling anything that they're selling you. But this is a weapon that they're using against you to make you feel more comfortable, to make you feel more safe, and also to throw you the fuck off. Like, they're already love bombing, which makes you feel so good. Like, and now they're selling you this dream. Like, they're really playing into your emotions, okay? And this is because they have already targeted you. They already see right through you. Like, they see who you are. They see that you're loving. They see that you're whatever you are. And they're like, yes, got it. Got me a sucker. All right. So that's two red flags that you can look out for in the beginning of your situation with a narcissist, be it friendship or relationship. Okay. The next thing is that they come on very strong. They're very aggressive, and this can look like, okay, so one narcissist that I dealt with, regardless of the fact that she knew that I was involved, would always press up on me, would always like try to corner me. If I'm going into the bathroom, she's trying to creep up in the bathroom behind me to try to get me in a corner somewhere. And she would always say things like, you need to just leave so-and-so for me. Like, I'll leave my girl for you. Like, let's just do it. Like, I'm supposed to be with you. Like, really aggressive shit. And in the spiritual community, they will use spirituality against you. They will say shit like, I think you're my soulmate. Like, our connection is so deep. It just feels so spiritually directed. Like, I just know that we're supposed to be together. And they would come on aggressively using spirituality, if that makes sense. And then on top of that, if you entertain it, they become extremely codependent. But that's a farce. That is a whole facade. Okay, so they become very codependent on you. They'll call you all the time. They always want to be around you. They always want to know what you're doing. Um, and they make it seem as if like they just really can't get enough of being with you, right? But again, this is another weapon that they use because mm, I'll say like it's a 3 months max before they can't keep up the act anymore. And around that point, you'll start seeing them pull away. And this is because they're entertaining new supply. They're love bombing somebody else. They are future faking with somebody else. But at the same time, pulling away from you is making you want them more. It's making you question like, is something wrong? Like, why they didn't call me? Like, why are we spending less time together? So essentially making you chase them while they're grooming a new supply. They always have to have supply on standby. Always. Never, if you're ever in a relationship with a narcissist, don't ever think that you're the only one in this relationship with a narcissist. You're not. And you never will be. With friendships, it's a little bit different, but how that could look like is they're extremely close with you, and then they'll do a 360 and start being kind of distant from you, and doing more things with other friends and like posting it, trying to make you jealous and trying to make you question whether or not you did something wrong in the friendship, trying to make you chase them like, girl, are we okay? Did something happen? Like, let me know. Because, like that's what they try to do. So when you see these type of things happening and you know that you've done nothing, that's a huge indication that you might be dealing with a narcissist. Okay. So this next one kind of applies more to covert narcissists. There's two general kinds of narcissists, but then there's like, subcategories of narcissists. And there's so many, and the spectrum is so big, and like I could talk to y'all about this for hours. So I'm not going to get into all of that. But essentially, the covert narcissists are the quiet deceivers, while the overt narcissists are the more outrageous and in your face deceivers. Both of them are deceptive. It's all a game. It's all manipulation, no matter which narcissist you're dealing with. I will say though, in my experience, the covert narcissists are covert. they can get under the radar. You don't even realize that they're narcissists until much later than when you're dealing with an overt narcissist. But it's easier for them to manipulate you because of this next red flag. We feel sorry for them. They come off very much, woe is me. These are the people who come into your life with a sob story, okay? My life just been so hard. I've been in and out of jail. I've been through the foster system. And this is why I just can't have success in my life, because I'm just dealing with so many demons all the time. And so then we're like, damn, so-and-so's story so sad. I just want to help them and fix them and be all I could be. And then they might even come at you with like, all my other exes or all my other friends, they just always be giving up on me. And I just be feeling so lonely in this world. They are selling you a whole dream. And when you listen to that story, you're like, oh shit, pulling on my heartstrings. Let me be there for this person. This, friend, is a setup. It's a whole ass setup. Okay? They are entangling you in their web. And these covert narcissists, I feel like they're the more malicious of the two, because at least when you're dealing with an overt narcissist, you see who they are. It's very obvious, and it feels like their mask slip a little bit quicker than when you're dealing with a covert narcissist. Okay, so I'm not saying anybody who comes at you with a sob story, ignore them. But what I am saying is, let it raise an eyebrow. Put it in your Palm Pilot. File it through your memory bank. But just, be aware, take note when you deal with someone who has this type of thing. All right. So lies, gaslighting, and blame shifting is the next few red flags I wrapped all up in one pretty little package. So lies, literally everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie, including some of the stories that they've told you to make you feel sorry for them in the first place. Okay, they will lie to you about anything. They will lie to you about shit that don't matter. What color is the sky today, Narc? Can you look out the window and let me know what color the sky is? Shit, that thing yellow. The sky is yellow. Now, what was the reason to lie about that? Especially when I can walk to the window and see that the sky is blue. But that's just narcissist's natural state. It's just being a liar. Okay. Along with that, we have gaslighting. So if you're not familiar with gaslighting, you're about to be, and you're about to realize that this has happened to you before. Okay. So I just gave you the window example, right? So let's say I get up and I go to the window and I look out the window and I'm like, Narc, the sky is blue. It's not even yellow. Like, why would you tell me it's yellow? What? I didn't tell you it was yellow. Dude, you just said it was yellow 2 seconds ago when I asked you what color the sky was. Bro, why would you even... I never told you the sky was yellow. I can't even believe you're like making an argument with me about something I never said. So now you're sitting here questioning, like, well, did I hear this narc wrong? Did they say the sky was blue? Maybe they did say the sky was blue. And you start questioning your own sanity. This happens very, very often in a narcissistic connection, friendship, or relationship. Someone called so-and-so's phone. You seen the girl face pop up on the dang phone. And they'll tell you, what? That was my mama. That was not even a girl. Well, let me see your phone. No, now you don't trust me? Like, they will totally flip the script on your ass. And that's what blame shifting is. Moving into blame shifting. So now you don't trust me when I'm telling you it's my mama. See, this is why we always have so many problems in our relationship, because you don't ever trust me. So now they're shifting the blame to you and why you're the issue, even though you just caught them red-handed with some girl calling their phone that they lied and said was their mom. Okay? So this is blame shifting. They're never wrong. It's always you who are the villain in the situation. They have never done anything wrong, ever. It's only you. Okay. So the next thing, that just leads me to the next thing, which is the lack of accountability. Okay. So in situations like this, they're not taking accountability for the fact that they're doing some shit they don't have no business doing. And instead they shift the blame to you. And this is in every situation. You could come home, they come in behind you and don't lock the door. I don't know, the mailman comes and slides some mail through the door and the door pushes open. Now the door is open, right? I didn't do that. You came in last, again with the gaslighting. Why would I leave the door open? I didn't do that. Instead of just saying, you're right, I must have forgot to close the door, make sure the door was locked, whatever the case is. They will never take accountability for anything that they do wrong. Ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Okay, the next thing is boundaries always being violated. Okay, if you don't enjoy certain things and you let them know, like, I'm not really into that, I'm not really big on public displays of affection. Every single time you're in public, they're going to try to be doing the PDAs. They're going to be trying to kiss you. They're going to be grab-assing you and all of these things that you already told them that you were not comfortable with. In a relationship, this could even move into a more a dark space, like things that you don't enjoy sexually, they will try to force them on you. Okay, you could say, I'm not really interested in a threesome. It's never been my thing. And then the next thing you know, they're trying to trick you into one, or they call in so-and-so over. Are we just going to hang out, and trying to coerce a threesome into happening? Something like that. but they have no regard for boundaries. If you, unfortunately, narcissistic situations, especially romantic ones, can turn dangerous and can turn violent, to the point where restraining orders are necessary. If you are to receive, have to give a narcissist a restraining order, they will definitely violate it. They will call you from other numbers. They will comment on your posts on Facebook or whatever from other profiles that are not theirs. They will even have a third party. These are their flying monkeys, people who they have convinced of certain things about you to do their bidding for them. Can you believe that so and so got this restraining order against me? I didn't even do nothing to them. You should say something to them about it. And they'll be sitting right there with them, even though they're not supposed to be having contact with you, even through a third party. Like, boundaries mean nothing to them at all. So if you feel that you've had your boundaries violated in a connection, there's a great possibility that you are dealing with someone who is a narcissist. Um, this is my favorite red flag, and one that has served me well in dealing with narcissism, especially in the spiritual community. But your intuition. Your intuition is the greatest red flag that you can receive. It will always tell you when something is awry. For me, that manifests in the form of anxiety. So when I was dealing with the narcissist that I was dealing with, whenever I felt that she was doing something that she shouldn't be, I got anxiety, and it actually got like very bad. But it was like the closer I would get to her, the more the anxiety would act up, right? So spiritually, this was my intuition, my higher self telling me like this situation is no good. And it's the same kind of feeling that you get when, I don't know, like you're entering into a dangerous situation. Maybe there's a fight at the club and something's telling you, bitch, leave now, something finna pop off. Then you leave and you find out the next day that 4 people were shot at the club. It's that same thing. But this is such a personal interaction that you have with narcissists that it kind of shows up in a different way. And for some of us, I feel like when these situations are as dangerous as they can be, your intuition increases, and the physical symptoms, the physical manifestations of the anxiety show up stronger, so that you can be forced out of the situation. Okay. So definitely always trust your intuition when it comes to dealing with narcissism. The mask slip. Now this is a huge one. Like I said, there's about a 3-month period that narcissists can hold up the facade, the love bombing, and acting like everything is all good, and acting like they see this future with you that they have no intention of creating. After about the 3-month mark, you start seeing glimpses of who they truly are. You start seeing maybe their demeanor change, the way that they talk to you changes, and they may try to catch themselves and get back into character, but at this point they have exhausted themselves. Okay. At this point they feel like they have you trapped, they have you stuck. And so if the mask slips, then it slips. They don't care all the time, but at this point they got you, right? So that's another huge red flag. Seeing a whole shift in their personality. They literally become a whole nother person. And that's because who they were when you met them was an entire act. It was fake. Okay. The next one I have is the one upmanship or down talking others. So I see this a lot in friendship. In friendships, what this could look like is, hey, so and so, I just got a promotion at my job and I'm so excited. Then they will hit you with, oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm happy for you. But, anyways, I just actually got a job making $10,000 more than I was making before. Like, it's always, I have to show you that I'm better than you. And this is because narcissists feel like you are inferior to them anyway. Everyone is. Another way that this shows up is compliments. In one of my, I won't even call it a friendship because it was very short lived and definitely a situation where this person was trying to use me. But one way that this showed up in this situation was that I would say something like, I would give a woman a compliment, or I would say, yeah, I started following this one content creator. Like, she's so amazing. Da, 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 da. And then this person would say, oh, yeah, I know her, but she's such a pick me. I'm like, what? Yeah, girl, she, XYZ, she's a pick me. She's a little bit colorist too. Like, I could never give another woman a compliment. And that's something that I do. That's something that I firmly believe in, like supporting other women. Um, but I could never give another woman a compliment. I could never compliment anyone's energy. I could never say anything positive about anyone around this person without there being a but to it. And you may experience that as well. So if there is someone in your circle, or even the person that you are dating or dealing with, who is always one upping or always downgrading, demeaning someone else in order to lift themselves up, this is a huge red flag of narcissism. But there are so many more. Like, pretty much anything they do, if they're breathing, it's a red flag. Like, narcissists as humans, they're human dumpsters, if I'm being honest. Okay. Now, why are they important here in the spiritual community? What is their relevance? Now, one thing that I would never want to admit to a narcissist is that they are in any way, shape, or form important to anybody, because they already have this inflated sense of self-worth. They already have all of these goals and dreams that they never are actually going to accomplish, but they need to talk about it so that they can get praise for shit that they haven't even accomplished yet, right? So the reason why they are very important, in my opinion, and this is through my experience in this spiritual community, is because I believe that they are catalysts for growth. And this is interpersonal growth, this is emotional growth, and this is also growth in your spirituality and in your gifts. Okay. I don't know how many of you all have dealt with narcissists before, but every time that I have dealt with a narcissist and have removed myself from that situation and ended the cycle, I realize that there is automatically a instant growth that happens in my life. So this could be like, I cut them off and then I start seeing a lot of money, or I cut them off and I start attracting better people, or most recently, I cut off a narcissist who was also a spiritualist. And that's another thing I want to touch on. Some of these narcissists are spiritually gifted people, but that ego it causes a lot of issues. But I cut off a narcissist in this spiritual community, someone who is very gifted, and almost immediately all of my gifts increased and I received new gifts, and I had an increased connection to my spirit team and other spirits that I don't even know. It's like I never had any previous experiences with until after I removed this person from my life. Okay. And so I feel like Spirit puts us in these situations as tests. Okay. So for some of us, they're tests, and for some of us, it's like a training camp. Like, they're literally training camps for us in our life. So we're going through these cycles. And if you've ever been in a narcissistic connection, these cycles are insanely hard to break, because it's literally an addiction. It becomes an addiction, this person. And that's because of the way that they groom us to enter into connections with them, right? So we go through these cycles and we go through these cycles and we go through these cycles, but eventually we remember who the fuck we are. We start loving ourselves. We start questioning, like, how many times am I going to do this with this person? How many times am I going to go through this with this person? Babe, are you tired yet? Like, this is not even who you are. Like, why are you enduring this? And it's like with every cycle, we become stronger and less interested in being in the cycle. So then when we finally break the cycle, the universe is like, way to go, kid. We knew that you'd make it through. All right. So they congratulate us by giving us increase in some way, shape, or form. The narcissist that I had a relationship with, or so I thought, like they have relationships with everybody, literally catalyzed Savvy Sentient as I currently know it today. They really, the heartbreak that I experienced, the tower moment, as it were, kind of propelled me into focusing more on my spiritual journey. And I mean, it's a blessing. At the time, I definitely would not have thought so. At the time, I was like, what the fuck is life? At the time, my friends was looking like, babe, who the fuck are you? Because I'm not this kind of person. I don't endure abuse. I don't tolerate it. I'm the cutoff queen. But narcissists can get anybody. In fact, they focus and they target on people who are strong-willed, people who are successful, people who are confident, people who don't let shit bother them, because you have all the qualities that they don't. They're very insecure and inferior people. And this is why they present with this inflated sense of self-worth, because it's an act. They don't actually have that worth. But when they see that you do, they want to take it from you. Because who the fuck are you to be so fucking confident? And I'm not. No, this will not stand. This will not stand. All right. So, I would like to know, what are some of you all's experiences with narcissism? If you care to share, drop it in the comments. I would like to read them. If not, understood, but I hope that you gained something from this. If you all have any questions, if you would like a reading, you can drop a super chat. And if you are watching this on the replay, then definitely share your experiences in the comments. I will be interacting with the comments and responding as well. But I would like to see if, for you all, if narcissism and dealing with narcissism has influenced your spiritual journey in any way. And if it has, how so? Hopefully positively. But even if it was a negative experience, it was a lesson. So I would like to hear that as well. So go ahead and drop that in the comments below. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have on narcissism and how it affects the spiritual community. Okay, so I do want to let you all know, if this is your first time here with me, that I am live every single day, Monday through Friday, at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time for the lunch break breakdown, where I go through messages for each sign as it pertains to a daily energy, a daily overall energy. And yeah, we just talk about what you need. Give you a little quote of the day, give you a little inspiration, a little motivation to keep on pushing. Okay. Also, Patreon and memberships are available. All of that is linked in this description box. So if you would like to join my Patreon, it is there. And if you would like to join the YouTube channel members, that is there. Top tier members on each platform do get personal one-on-one tarot and oracle readings from me every month. And there are other perks to being a channel member. So just click join and see what those perks are for uh, each one of you all. Okay. Also, if you would like to book personal readings, SavySentient.com is where you will book. You will find that linked in the description box as well. And there are going to be spiritual coaching added to, well, spiritual coaching sessions added to the website as well. So if you are new on your spiritual journey, or if you are struggling in any aspect of your spiritual journey, including dealing with narcissism or healing and recovering from it, you can book sessions with me to help get you through that. All right. And yeah, if you are, the last thing I want to touch on is the love readings. They are available now by sign. You can check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Yeah, check those out. And that's pretty much all I have. So thank you all, those of you who joined, those of you who hung out to the end. I see that there's still a couple of you all watching. And thank you for those of you all who participated in any way, shape, or form, even if that was dropping a like or just saying hello. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me. And if there is nothing else, I will have to bid you adieu. And I will catch y'all next Saturday. All right. Bye.